You got to treat it like. Hey, hey. Yeah, boy, yeah, these words done got smaller. Mystic Moon Child. What's up, pimpin'? Hey, Rosa. Amazon the Goddess. I bet you. What's going on? Black Karma Talk. Drusilla Cap. Did you do this? Did you do it, Drusilla Cap? It's been about 6 months. I'm gonna ask. Joya and Murphy. Austin, what's up, pimpin'? True Jim. Black Pearls. Smile for me, smile for me. What's going on, Leslie Cooks? I knew it. I knew that crystal ball was gonna get you right. Royal Blue, how you doing? All right. Thank you. Thank you for the update, Drusilla. Mari Turner, how you doing? Miss T. Good morning. Everybody. Oceanic Blue Flame. Rich Risings. So today we're going to talk about a word that we already heard. But I'm going to put it in perspective that you guys don't think that you guys are doing it. The reason why I'm jumping right into this thing because I don't want to play no games with this one. Queen Bayesian, how you doing? Uh, so a word, OC, my kid, my brother, what's up? Moon Goddess, Mwa, Mawa, Mawu, Mawu. Gotta say them names with fucking power. All right, so morning, Miss P. So a word that we've heard before, I'm pretty sure a lot of us heard before, but the reason why this word don't work on us and don't penetrate deep in us to help us get rid of it is because this word is so known and people have talked about it extensively, and it's basically so damn surface that we don't even allow this word to penetrate to our soul, to our ancestor. But I'm gonna just be 100% flat honest with you. Your ancestors had something that we don't when it comes to this word. Our ancestors defeated this word right here. They defeated it, and they knew how to defeat it. It's just a simple fact that this word ain't plaguing them, it's plaguing us. It's plaguing us in the here and now, the present, right here and now. And it's stopping our future growth. It's stopping our future growth spiritually. It's stopping our future growth financially. I mean, emotionally. We can't even form an attachment to any damn thing because of this word right here. And I mean, you guys have heard it before. If you ain't heard it before, I'm finna break you into it and I'm finna show you how it affect all these parts of your life. So everybody have heard of xenophobia. Xenophobia, simple process. Xenophobia is the fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. Now, I could have just chalked up and spoke about fear, but this is fear of the unknown because this is shit that ain't even happened yet. This is things that we all would like to see happen, but then there's some kind of particle, some kind of moment in our mind, in our soul, in our spirit that says, don't do that. It may not work. It will never work out for you. Shit can't go your way. And then we don't do it at all. Or we half-ass it. Xenophobia. This word is in movies. This word is in podcasts. This word is all around the motherfucker. But they'll put it on the surface level so bad. It's fear of, get this now, the technical definition, fear of extraterrestrials, fear of foreign peoples, fear of strangers. Why do you think that the government mentality, wordplay, whoever you want to put the blame on, why do you think they put it to the point where it's the fear of a human person and they took it out of the realm of possibilities? Because that's where it lies. because forming a connection with you and forming a connection with me is creating multiple possibilities in our mind. I may look at you and I may see a millionaire. I may see us building a business together. I may see us being on a date together, married together, having children together. No matter what, I meet you face to face, person to person, it's not my stay type energy, and the possibilities are endless. But then they've implanted this seed of destruction into our soul, to which our ancestors didn't have this fear, by the way. They conquered this bitch right here. So I can clap it up for my ancestors. I can clap it up for your ancestors. I can clap it up for everybody who came before us, because they defeated this bitch here. It's us here right now in the present that's having a hard time getting past this. Xenophobia. So let me break it down. If I cannot, if I am afraid to walk up to you in the middle of the road, in the middle of the street, and say, hey, how you doing? How your day going? Things okay with you? I'm afraid to do that because I think you're going to turn into a Karen or a Kevin. I think you're going to be too ghetto or too ghetto-esque. I think you're going to be so antisocial and abused and hurt by trauma all your life that it is wrong for me to speak to you. Hell, I think I'm going to get in trouble by calling you ma'am when you identify as a sir. So that's xenophobia, right? It's keeping us the fear of the unknown possibility that I may offend you, you may pop off at me, you may be going through some shit that I can't help you with. If it ain't making sense, y'all say, Baron, this shit is out of context. But I'm telling you this as spiritualists, or people that's trying to raise their vibration, get past the dark night of the soul, get past all the fear. This is what we need to do. We need to greet somebody. We ain't got to touch them, shake their hand and shit. Some people ain't clean. It is what it is. Some people got dirty souls, dirty energy, dirty motherfucking hands, period. But a conversation with somebody, hey, how you doing? Everything go right with you? Have a great day. Be blessed. I hope everything go good for you for the rest of the day. Stay safe. How the kids? How the family? But we choose not to make that connection because we have xenophobia, the fear of strangers, the fear of foreigners. Hell, we can't even connect with our ancestors and our brothers and our kinfolks and our relatives in other countries. You may think that you're not related to some Asian man. I'm pretty sure somewhere down your lineage, there was a cross. You may think you're not related to some Caucasian person. We all know somewhere down the lineage in America, there was a cross. How about the Aborigines from Australia? I guess they just stayed in that one little motherfucking, they stayed on that one little continent. They ain't had no boats, ain't travel, ain't do shit. Ain't nobody go see them fucking come back, bring a baby. You may have some connection with them. But because we have xenophobia on the surface level of what they're teaching us in the schools, the dictionaries and all that stuff there, and they not having and look to a spiritual connection, because we can overcome our spiritual overrides. That's one thing I love about this generation, this version of us right now. Our past ancestors, they couldn't overcome their spiritual training, their spiritual teaching. They were stuck in the Yoruba practitioner. They were stuck in the Hindu practitioner. They were stuck in Shinto, Christianity, Islam. They were stuck. And that's all they knew. But now we can overcome our spiritual downside, our spiritual blockages by just conversating with somebody. Now, do you think if I was to conversate with a person that practiced Hinduism and that was my friend, I made that person my friend, and every day me and him, he and I, she and I, whatever, would sit up there and have a conversation about coffee, life, liberty, love, pain, suffering. I just talk to them, they talk to me. Do you not think that if I see another person of the same mindset in pain, in agony, in ecstasy, in happiness, in a position to elevate us, that I wouldn't be able to talk to that person? Because now I don't have a fear of that energy. I don't have a fear of that culture. I don't have a fear of that person's mannerisms. Xenophobia. They've imprinted in us, in our psyche, the version of us now. Keep in mind, our ancestors kicked this bitch in the ass long time ago because they didn't have social media. They didn't have internet. They didn't have where motherfucker could sit back and troll, say fuck shit. They didn't have where bitch you could create a fake page of somebody that you think is just an absolute gorgeous person on the planet and have that person, a fake image of that person, come down and tell you how you ain't shit. You can never be with somebody like them and crush your soul. So this is all a systematic approach to keep us in this surface level xenophobia in where we can't connect with each other. Pay attention, people. I'm dropping these gems on you. So y'all know I don't know about northern life. I never lived in the north. I've spent my whole life in the south. In the south, we used to go up there, and I'm going to give you some gems, drop some codes on you. I'm going to show you what xenophobia is and how the southern people back in the day defeated it. I used to go places with my grandmother, and every time my grandmama would walk up to somebody she ain't seen in years, she ain't seen them in 10, 12 years, they would stop in the store, stop on the road, stop, and they would have a 5 to 10 minute conversation. And you know what that conversation consisted of? You know, Earl passed away. Emma Lou got pregnant. So-and-so going to college. So-and-so doing quite well. So-and-so ain't doing well. You know there's a potential that they're flooding the creek with poison. Our food ain't right. I've been eating and I just can't get right. They say they would go through all of the shit that they ain't seen. And then if they see somebody from the same neighborhood they never spoke before, out of place in a whole nother city, state, town, area, they will walk up to them and introduce themselves, say the same thing, tell the same thing that's going on in the community, the neighborhood, or with somebody they may know personal mindset. That's how they defeat xenophobia. Now when we see somebody, we don't say shit. We don't say a goddamn thing. I'm guilty. I may see somebody I grew up with. I throw my hand up, what's up? And I keep going. Because you know what I say in my head? I don't know what kind of problems that motherfucker got. I don't want to deal with that person's shit. I don't want that person negative energy on me, fucking up my good vibes. But then how can I call myself a true spiritualist? How can I call myself an ascended master? How can I call myself a spiritual elite if I don't take the opportunity to at least say those phrases? Hey man, everything go right with you. You do good, be better, stay safe, stay out of trouble. Hope everything going right with the family. Let's say you don't know the person. And this is how we're going to beat xenophobia, people. Because without making a connection with you, without you making a connection with me, we ain't shit. We might as well be, we're able to be picked off by, sniped off by a simple comment, a simple threat, a simple out of place context that makes you look like shit in front of the mind of everybody else around you. It would take you getting to know that person, so if somebody brought some fuck shit back to you, trolled that person and said some shit, you can say, no, that ain't my friend. That ain't the cat I know. That ain't the girl I done seen walk around this bitch getting an education, struggling with them kids, making it happen. No, she ain't no hoe. She just passionate about life. She just love. And she fall in love too quick. That's a problem. He ain't no hoe. He ain't no deadbeat dad. The nigga just got trouble, and one baby mama probably getting on his ass too much. He ain't no fuck boy. She ain't no fuck girl. I mean, once you get to know people, then you can get to know people. That's how you defeat xenophobia. Motherfuckers go around not liking you, not because something you did. Hell, it ain't even the shit that somebody said. Motherfuckers go around not liking you simply because they are afraid to get to know you. They are afraid to get to know you. Well, he practiced Southern folk magic, and he said some shit about the Orisha, to which I don't think he regulated to say. I don't think he initiated enough to say. I don't think spirit talking to him. He talking to fake shit. So I don't want to say hey to this man. I don't want to get to know his knowledge. I don't want to be a part of his life, his teaching. I don't want to be a part of his evolution. I'm just going to hate him because he don't know shit. And then you're missing out on some good teaching, something that can fill in the gaps to help you get to where you need to be spiritually so you can grow and achieve and get that hatred out your heart. Well, that person is homosexual. I'm not going to talk to them because the ways of the sin is the ways of sin is death. And the Bible says man should lay with man, woman should lay with woman. So I ain't going to get to know that person. Turn out that person your best goddamn friend. That person going to be your best ally. That person going to be the person to pick you up when you down. But xenophobia stops us from that because the textbook, what was taught to us in school and in the dictionary now, they don't even go spiritual surface level. I'm going there with you. They say, well, it's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of strangers, foreign people. You know that word foreign is as broad as all these pronouns and narratives we going about nowadays. Foreign, anything that is not of you, of your understanding, aka foreign. So if xenophobia is all about the foreign energy, get a clue. Don't get me to laughing. Get a clue. I'm calling Derek Jackson on your ass. You exploring that man in that woman who put on the armor of Christ. I heard she done got turned out since they done broke up, but they're just gossip. But yeah, listen, we stay away from what we perceive to be different. This is xenophobia. And if we're staring away from it, how are we going to see who we need to help? Hell, how are we going to know who can help us? You see, I was guilty of this. And I'm going to be very transparent. I'm going to be so transparent that some of y'all may just say, Baron, you kidding me? 100%. Growing up, I never seen a Spanish person in my community. Growing up in the hood, we seen one or two. And they was Mexican, not Puerto Rican, not Spanish. We hung out with the Mexicanos because there were one or two Mexican families in the hood. There wasn't no Hispanic people on the west side in Ivy Lane Projects, Lake Man Garden. So my first time interacting with a Puerto Rican person, the person stole my pager. Then the other person stole my money out the vending machine. So in my mind, a Puerto Rican person couldn't say, hey, let me tell me shit as I grew up. It wasn't until I started working side by side a Hispanic dude, to which I was very quiet, apprehensive as fuck. Spanish dude ain't do nothing. Always happy. Had his little lunch pack. Always offered me some of his little beans and rice and food, and it was fucking excellent because I end up taking it because I was just trying to be a nice guy. I end up loving the motherfucking thing, especially that stuff they cook with the cheese in it. They press it down, then they fry it and press it again with the cheese. I don't know what that is, boy. I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll take the shit for that. And all my life, I never wanted to talk to a Hispanic person until I was forced. The universe forced me to work next to this person on the same assembly line, tying in tiles. Come out, me and that dude turned out to be one of the best friends. One of the best friends. I was conditioned of xenophobia. That I'm not gonna talk to a Hispanic person because one, they stole my pager, two, they stole my money out the machine, and then I start all these movies and all these conversations saying, okay, Hispanics are gangbangers. I'm in the black community, blackest fucking community there is. Gangbangers all over, Crips and Bloods and folks here in Orlando in the South. Then that didn't register my mind. That was okay gang. But anytime I saw MS-13, a Latin King, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. They never did shit to me. It was xenophobia kicking in. Because I didn't know that energy. I didn't know that race. I didn't know that culture. Until Spirit forced me to work beside them. Keep in mind, I didn't get a chance to interact with a Hispanic person, me, until around about 1984, 85. You know, yeah. No, a little later than that. 1993. Yeah, around about 93. That's when a lot of flux of Hispanic children started coming into the neighborhood. And I had some great friends, Samara, Reggie, Roderick. It was a ball. Going to their house, their family cooking for me. I'm drinking some Kool-Aid that ain't even got sugar in it, but it's sweet. It got a little sweet. I'm limeade, lime, and it was just a nice fucking time. Treated me like family. But for a long time, I was so afraid to interact, and I had some rough experience. This is what's happening to us right now, people. We can't even form a connection with people of our own melanated skin kind. Let's say the Haitian people of Haitian descent from Haiti. We can't even do it. Oh, Haitians ain't shit. I hear it. Haitians ain't shit. Did you know that in Orange County alone, the graduates of Haiti, the children of Haitian parents, Haitian descent, made up 80% of the people graduating from Oak Ridge High School? This is 2 years ago. 80 fucking percent. Intelligent. But some of these kids, I hear them, oh man, your mama Haitian. Yeah, some of them. And I coach them. I say, listen, whatever you say, if you don't like that person, get to know that person. Talk to that person. Say something. Just go up there and ask them how their day going. Ask them what their life like. Hell, even if you afraid of them because they do voodoo, whatever you thinking wrong, because 75% of your Haitian people here in the States are Christian. They don't even practice that no more. And people have xenophobia about it. Anybody from the Caribbean, hell, even Jamaicans. We didn't like talking to Jamaicans. It was a bad thing. It was a bad thing to talk to somebody. If you wasn't Southern Negro black, somebody came from an island, they was called cross the waters. Oh man, you talking to them cross the waters. And we was taught. It wasn't until we grew up and became privy and understand that they had knowledge of a perfect fucking diet. You follow the Rastafarian diet, man, you will live. You follow the Rastafarian ways, you can live. You follow the ways of the people from the islands, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. They live. These people know how to eat, live, cook the food. We here with this Americanized mindset didn't understand. We eat processed burgers, chicken and cheese and shit. They know how to do it. We had to learn. Xenophobia kept us away from that. And it's keeping some of us away from learning people now. So how did our ancestors defeat that shit? They knew that person that they met, that stranger that they met, was potential survival for them and vice versa. They could have been an asset and vice versa. But because we suffer from xenophobia, us, not our ancestors, because they knew how to conversate. They knew how to pass on code with words. They knew how to say who here, who doing what, how to look out for what, and who gonna come to your city, who gonna come to your town. They knew how to say that so nobody was strangers. Here we all strangers nowadays. We got this whole goddamn internet and we still have xenophobia. Some bitches live their whole life cyber typing, cyber warring. They can be anybody, say anybody, create a fucking avatar. Now, they can sit up there, create an avatar, and have AI motherfucking do the fighting for them. While they sit back and read the comments and laugh, insult people, run people off the internet who have a great fucking message. Xenophobia. Now, that's surface level shit. Let's get into the spiritual part of xenophobia. People call me barren. I don't think I can be a tarot reader. I don't know what spirit to talk to. I don't know if my ancestors gonna love me. Your ancestors gonna love you. Spirit gonna care for you. Spirit gonna talk to you as long as you ain't doing no bullshit and mistreating the energy. You gonna get rewarded. I can't do this. That's xenophobia. For you to doubt yourself at what you know you can do, your God-given birthright talent, spiritually led person, because once you get out of a spiritual system, you begin to pick up who you really are. You're not being controlled by the masses. You're not being controlled by stipulations and circumstances. You're not being controlled by doctrines and dogma. You become a being unto yourself, which gives you all the power that you have inside yourself to elevate, grow, mature, and be who you need to be spiritually. But then we'll say, well, if I was to draw a pentagram on the ground, I'm going to call the devil. Depending on which way you draw it, upright, Inadvertent. If I sit up there and talk to an Orisha, is my soul going to hell? Are they going to punish me, strike me down because I'm not initiated to talk to them? Hell, if I'm a black person, if I talk to Thor, if I talk to Apollo, if I talk to any other deity that's not me in my culture, will I die? Will they take my soul? Will they hurt me? Can I? I say no. No spirit is out to hurt you. Not even the demons. Demons aren't out to hurt you. They just out to have an experience. Just so happen you be vibrating at your lowest motherfucking lecture, and the experience that they have inside of you, they love the taste of it. They love the taste of it, so they're gonna make you do more debaucherous and bad shit because it's a feeling undoubt. Let's say you sit up there vibrating at your highest, and you use an undesirable spirit. Let's say you use a Duke of Hell. Let's go real hard with this bitch, and that's in the Kabbalah, people. Let's say you use one of the Dukes of Hell, and you ask them for something, and you make them your junction point. You make them your familiar, your connection point. And if you're using the one of the demons of hell, and you saying I want to help the world, if you have called that entity in, that energy in, no matter what you got to do by hook or crook, Southern talk here, by hook or crook, you're gonna make the positive shit happen that you want, and you're gonna get rewarded as such. Because angels, demons, whatever you want to call them, saints, they don't give a fuck about your mentality. They care about the feeling that you're going to give them. But spiritually, we doubt ourselves. And when we doubt ourselves, we become afraid. We have that fear of xenophobia. Now you done called in this entity. You're trying to talk to your ancestors, and you're trying to talk to these angels, and everybody get positive blessings, affirmations, and all the good shit that's going to save your life, your livelihood, protect your children. And you operating on this low level. I don't want to be fucked up. I'm scared they'll get me. They'll hurt me. You're going to call in one that's going to bust your ass. You're going to call in one that's going to destroy everything you got, because they want to feel that pain, that fear, that anger, that sorrow, that anguish inside of you. Now, what's different between a low vibrating ass version of you calling in a high vibrating ass angel / demon / saint who's going to drop down to your level and assist you with your fuck shit, assist you with your spiritual doubt? What's the difference between a troll on the internet? Yeah, I done shook that motherfucker up. That motherfucker gonna doubt his reading. That girl gonna doubt her readings. Oh, well, her titties too big. She a slut for showing her titties on camera. Oh, her hands ain't done. She know better than that. All the money she making, she could get her shit done. Hold up. Her teeth ain't right. Her eyes crossed. Her hair ain't done. Her lace front ain't right. I read some of the comments on other people's site, and I'm like, why go to that person's shit just to insult? That's you doubting yourself. Whenever you doubt yourself in your craft, in your spiritual evolution, and your spiritual upbringing, motherfuckers gonna come in and add to it and down you. Is it making sense to you people? When I first started, motherfuckers like, oh, you can't talk to an Orisha. 5 years later, my readings are 100% accurate. I don't know you. Don't ask for your name, zodiac sign, birthdays. Don't even look you up on Facebook or anything else, because everybody use different motherfucking names. So I can't possibly find somebody information. But our spirit get up here and tell you the energies of those Orishas, the energies of every entity on the planet, on the universe, that feel the need to come through the ancestors. And though I don't know these people, they come through. Because when I first started a year ago, I was down myself. For 2-3 months straight, motherfucker was coming to my page, you a fraud, you a shame, you this. Now the same people that came over there to that page talking that fuck shit about me, Baron, I need a reading. Hold up. I screenshot these comments and put them in the folder. Now that was you on YouTube saying this shit right here, but now you a tribe member. I don't say, hey, you need to apologize. It's because you had xenophobia, spiritual xenophobia. How can somebody who ain't get fucked over, initiated, all that shit there, whatever you want to say, ain't been through hell and back, have that energy? This is how people make you feel. You got to look past that. If you're vibrating low and you're afraid, have fear, have doubt, god damn, that's the energy gonna draw in. And it's gonna keep you low level, stagnant, not doing shit. Now that I'm confident in my shit, spiritually, and I know I can go in that closet and do what I need to do. I know I can lay these tarot cards down on this board. I know I can have a connection with you. I jive with you. I joke with you. I talk with you. Do you think anybody can come over here and say I ain't shit? I'm a fraud. I'm a fake. I'm a phony. I thought I helped so many people. Get like that. If you know your shit, and if you know you spiritually, you should not be afraid to talk to any entity, any energy out there. Because what did God say? The basic instruction before leaving the earth. Let's talk about that good book. You was made in their image. So only thing these entities can see, angels and demons, saints and sinners, only thing they can see is God inside you. And if they fear and crumble at the shake of God, why the fuck you sitting up here worried about a bitch taking you over? That's because you want them to. That's because you ain't raised your ego up high enough to say, I control anything that don't have flesh and blood. If you ain't got flesh and blood on this 3D bitch right here, I can control you. I can demand you to do what I want you to do. But the masses ain't gonna tell you this. Other spiritualists ain't gonna tell you this. I'm gonna help you all achieve the highest level that you guys need to get to, because there should not be a doubt in your fucking body. Spiritually, that is. Now let's talk about this 3D plane. Let's talk about getting a job. Let's talk about employment. Let's talk about business. Let's talk about that energy. When you out there looking for a job and you walk into somebody, well, you can't even walk in face to face, hand in your resume no more to the company. You can't do that. Everything is online. And they just read in the L symbol, an F symbol. 1, 2, zot. And that's it. How many people know you have to set your resume up like an F? That's favor. That's some shit, new shit they got going on. Your resume can't even be the old-fashioned resume where you list all your shit. It has to be listed in this column, 2 column, the second column, and that's all they're gonna read. Top, middle paragraph, down the side. Less than 30 seconds, they're gonna toss that bitch aside if it don't catch their attention. How many of y'all knew that? They ain't telling y'all this type of shit right now. Let's say you walk in there, you broke, busted, and disgusted. You looking for a job. You know that you just borrowed $30 to get your hair done, your nails done. You done borrowed something to go get your nice little cheap blouse and dress till you get back on your feet. And you walk in there and you think that person know that you ain't surviving. You park your beat up, broken ass car around the corner and you take a fan and you take a walk and you change your shirt prior to going in the building, get freshened up with a new set of clothes, keeping your shit in your bag tucked away. Then you walk in there fresh and clean because you don't want them to judge you by the type of vehicle you're driving, because you think they're going to know your struggle. So you go in there all pressed and clean and shit. Then you still got that doubt that you can't get it, that you can't form a connection, xenophobia, that you can't form a connection with this person. And then that person sit up there and say, yeah, we'll call you. You ain't what we looking for. Or they'll blow you off. They blew you off because your energy of xenophobia was all over you. It ain't no devil. It ain't no curse. It ain't nothing. It's the simple fact that you didn't understand that you need to come in that bitch open to form a connection. Back when I was in the workforce, I would walk in that motherfucker and they would be like, hey, how you doing? I sit down. I pull out one folder, 2 folder, 3 folder. I'd be like, hey, this one here's for you. I don't email you all this resume for you. And inside that motherfucker, I have a peppermint or a piece of candy right there. I say, this one is for you. This one is for HR when you give it to them. In that, I have some candy in that folder of resumes and all that stuff. Highlighting all my certificate. I'll give you a copy of it all. Phone numbers and everything. I emailed you the same shit, but I want to hand it to you. I open it up and I direct. So let's go to the 3rd page right here. This is when I did this right here. Do I give them the opportunity to do it? No. Why? I'm not your puppet. Bitch, I'm the real deal. You gonna get to know me. We gonna be friends by the time this interview over with. Everybody say, man, how you end up getting the job that quick? You start when? Yeah, I told them I start in 2 weeks because I got to clean up some shit. I run the show. Versus everybody like, man, I still can't get a job. Xenophobia. Now you see why I say our ancestors whooped xenophobia ass? They knew the connections that needed to be made. They had their energy, their representative, go in prior to them. just saying. That's how I did it. I haven't been. I was never employed for more than 2-3 months, and that was by choice. When I was at the interview, they be like, why you so confident? What make you think we're gonna give you the job? I say, I'm gonna tell you one simple thing. I'm gonna say, I see you guys got something, got a need that need filling, and I'm very damn confident. I curse, that's just me. I say I'm very damn confident I can fill that need. So I say, if you want somebody that's gonna do the job correctly, right, but stand my ground, I say, I'm your dude. I say, if you show me how to do it one time, you can't get to come back and show me how to do it until I blow something up and wreck your building. Other than that, let me do my job. Guarantee I'll do it right. That's all I got to say. After every interview, they ask you a question. So what do you expect from us? What can we do? This is your prime opportunity to blow xenophobia ass out the water. What I expect for you to pay me a great wage, to pay me what I'm worth for, and allow me my rest time. That's it. Anything else, as long as I'm on your clock, baby, I am working. But what I expect from you as my employer is when I'm done working, you allow me to work. Now you allow me to rest. If we can do that, we good. And I stick my hand out the phone. The kind of interview over. I don't need to talk to you no more. I just made a connection. We done laughed, chopped it up. I done showed you what I am. You done showed me what you was, and I done gave you my business. What you gonna do with it? Manager, supervisor, here go my hand. And before they say you can go, I get up. All right, I appreciate it. It was a great meeting, man. I thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you're going to be calling me. Think it over. I'm a good person. And I get the fuck out their face. You know what they did? Damn, that's somebody who won't take no shit. That's somebody who know what they want. That's somebody who ain't afraid of me. So I don't have to walk on eggshells around this person. I could be myself. Because I know that person's going to be themselves. Boom, got the job. How many of y'all do that? That's suffering from a job. How many of you do it? Xenophobia is crippling us from forming connections. Man, I'm gonna stop giving y'all these hints. I'm gonna stop telling y'all how to be great. I'm bullshitting. I want y'all to be so goddamn great. I want you to be the greatest on the planet. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest, the greatest, the greatest, the greatest, the greatest. People, this is how we defeat xenophobia, because every connection we make, we need to log it in our brain. We need to know that if we're walking in our strength, not our purpose. Purpose is different. If we walking in our strength, nobody tell you to walk in your strength. They tell you to walk in your purpose. But half of us don't even get to our purpose because we don't know how to walk in our strength yet. How the fuck you gonna have the purpose to save the world, to be a soldier, a warrior, when you don't have the strength to combat who the fuck you is, or to combat the enemy in your mind first? So walk in your strength. You know what you can do. You know what you bring to the table. You know your strong suits. You know your weak points. Accept that shit, walk in it, and own it. Same thing. This is job interview. This is spirituality. You know what you're capable of. You know what you done survived. Walk in your goddamn strength. Then you get your purpose. Now you know where I like to go. I love to talk about them relationships, because we just can't seem to get that shit right with the whole alpha male and bitter bitch syndrome that's going on out here, that's corrupting these good women and these good men, these young brothers and all that shit. That's that internet trolling, keeping us separated, xenophobia. So what? These women done hurt me in the past. You think they're gonna stop me from loving who the fuck are gonna come in my life next, or who I got in my life now? I'm supposed to judge every connection in the future due to what happened to me in my past. I'm talking shit to y'all now. Vice versa. And then you got these people getting rich, these ops on these platforms, telling people how bad the man is, telling people how shitty the woman is, telling people how we shouldn't don't trust no hoe. Hell, your grandma told you that. But I'm finna tell you one thing. And anybody who want me on your podcast, your show, email me, goddammit, because I'm willing to talk about this, because I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. The one thing that's fucking both of us up is the simple fact that both the man and the woman out here that's battling each other was raised by the same motherfucking person. Your mama, who raised by single parents. Everybody look at the man having issues because he was raised by the single parent, by the single mother. since the father was in prison. But let's put the mama in their ass. This Mother's Day just passed. Come on, mamas. I bet you say, Baron, why are you coming at me like this? Because you guys create xenophobia. You guys are the first line of defense between xenophobia and your child. Before your child lead the next, go out there in the world, mamas, you have a responsibility to kill xenophobia. Daddies, on the other hand, have the distinct position to come and eradicate anything that's causing xenophobia. But mamas, you guys need to push that barrier out to where your kid. The same person, the same female who taught me the game how to run women, taught women how to run man. So it's one person in the household, the head of that bitch, that's giving us the same information, telling us the same shit, different ways to do it. If I'm lying, y'all say, Baron, you ain't making no fucking sense. My mama taught me how to be a woman, how to use what I got to get what I want, how to not be pushed over by a man. You know what my mama's told me? Women ain't shit. Women will cheat on you. Women will fuck up. A woman always have one in the bag that she can call. So don't settle for that woman. Always make sure you got one until you know for sure. What did your mama tell you? Always make sure you have one on the side, separate bank account, have your own shit until you know for sure. Same message. Same motherfucking message. They create the xenophobia because they are stuck with xenophobia because the relationship didn't work out for them. So the mothers are creating these alpha males and bitter bitches. And then, but guess what? The mamas will put it all on the daughters to say it's the man's issues. And the mother will put it all on the sons to say it's the woman issues. Versus saying, you know what, son? It is some good damn women out there. You just got to choose wisely. Let me get this right. They would sit up there and say, you know, daughters, there's some good men up there. You just got to choose wisely. Can't give your flower up to everybody. You can't sit up there and trust everybody. You can't trust all your friends. But, you know, research the person. Do your research. Look on them. Check them out. Give them a small task. Let's see, do they pass that shit? And if they can't pass it, then you know you need to get away from that person or use that person for fun. But understand that person is sick in the head. That person probably raised by somebody who don't understand. Not one of our parents told us to give the opposite sex a chance. Since I was growing up, I was always taught, you're going to be the best. Women going to love you. You're going to be the best of the goddamn best. Ain't no man over you and can't no woman dominate you. I got out there and got in the real world. Man, I got fucked over and played close by damn near every relationship I ever been in. Being a traditional man. Learning to break those cycles that my mama and father, that my mother taught me. Women got out there and they lost good motherfucking men because they mama sitting out there telling them how to run their shit. Well, goddamn mama, you single. You single. You been single since I can remember. What my daddy, what my stepdaddy. And they'll perpetuate that shit onto their daughters. But nobody want to sit up there and say how the mamas and the aunties will perpetuate that shit onto the kids, to the sons too. So now you got a group of motherfucking pimps, hustlers, and grinders going against a group of pimps, hustlers, and grinders. And you don't think if y'all both have the same mindset, the same xenophobic idea about each other that is created by the one teaching inside these single family homes, that you guys not gonna bump head, you guys not gonna like each other, you guys not gonna understand each other, let alone want to work with somebody. So now guess what? We have a fear of the opposite sex. We have a fear of forming a connection, xenophobia. Am I saying something wrong, people? Get a clue, say even with kids and husbands. Wow. Talk. People, I'm just putting it in perspective. Because I done been through this shit. I had to conquer this shit. I told you, the only woman I ever felt on the planet that ever loved me was my grandmama. She saw no fault in me. And then when she seen fault in me, she still say, let me tell you something, you big, thick nigga. I still love you. All the bad shit you done did, all the bad shit I know my grandbaby done did, I still love you, you big thick nigga. You shouldn't let nobody run over you or treat you like shit or make you feel any different. That's the message I got from my grandma. When my mama was telling me I ain't shit, ain't no woman gonna love me, that I need to be strong, I need to just go ahead and just use my dick to get what I want. Yeah, she told me. You run around here with that package. That's all them women gonna use you for, your package. And you just give it to them and get whatever you can out of them. Shit, this coming from a woman. You goddamn right I'm gonna do it. You giving me the right to lay dick and run. Fellas, let's be honest with these women. Did our mama not tell us that? We ain't get raised by no mama say honor, respect, and cherish the woman. Our mama told us women ain't shit. I ain't shit, and they ain't gonna be shit, and they got my same tendencies. I'm single. They're gonna have the same idea. They're gonna keep a separate bank account, checkbook. They're gonna keep one nigga in the hole that they can call the fuck when you ain't doing your job. They're gonna keep a backup. How about the spare tire? So then we leave our parents' house with that xenophobic idea about forming a connection with our mates or with the opposite sex, or hell, with the same sex. Who care how you swing? What can we do about it, people? We can spiritually override the shit that we was taught. Yeah, I'm gonna speak to every fucking woman I see. How you doing, sister? Shit good with you? You be safe out there. I ain't trying to get in your pants, but I'm gonna be pleasant to you. Brother, you all right? Shit good with you? I don't care what your sexual persuasion is. You're a human being. You may see me broke down on the road and you may need to help me for somebody come and crush my goddamn skull. But I formed a connection. I wasn't afraid to speak. Let's say you speak to somebody and they say, fuck you, nigga, on you old bitch ass nigga, on fuck with niggas on talk. My apologies, bro. I just making sure we know each other. You know, it's all love. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Get the fuck out their face. They gonna remember that. You gonna remember that. But then, fellas, we can't even speak to our sisters out there, and they run around saying we don't protect them. The reason why we can't protect them because we on guard trying to protect ourselves. The reason why they can't sit up there and find life and grace in us because they sitting up there trying to protect themselves, and we ain't did a goddamn thing to them. It's all because we was taught by our parents, both of us, to protect ourselves, to not engage with the other one because everybody full of shit. Now I bet you say, Baron, you leaving the fathers out. Them fathers had to do something. Oh yeah, xenophobic. Let's get into it with the dads. Dads became xenophobic because we lost our rights. Dads became xenophobic with forming connections with our own fucking children because we never had an attachment to them. We wasn't allowed to form an attachment. If we wasn't paying out that money, if we wasn't kissing the mama's asses, if we wasn't doing this, we can afford, hell, let alone we in prison. We get out of jail, prison, incarceration, whatever you want to call it. That kid don't know us. The mama done said some bad shit. And guess what? We go over there, doubting ourselves that we can even form a connection. And half of the time when we go over there, because we done been gone so long or separated so long, we going over there to put a hand of discipline down. That kid don't want to hear that shit. That kid don't want to get disciplined. So we doubting ourselves that we can even take control of that situation. So a lot of us men, because of what our mamas taught us, we cowards. Y'all know I'm 100% transparent. Y'all know I'm 100% transparent. I don't give a fuck if y'all use this against me. As long as it help you and help your day go better. Trolls, cyber stack, whatever. I don't give a fuck. My baby mamas. 6 kids, people. 5 different women. Raised all of them by myself. Well, I raised 4 of them by myself. 20-some years. So I was a mama and a daddy. But the 2 outside the home, I think they ruined my children. But you know what? For years, I was afraid to put it in their motherfucking life. I was afraid to say, hey, you fucked that boy up. That boy could have been the greatest if you would have let me get into his life and do him right. But because you had this bitter chip on your motherfucking shoulder, you wasted my kid. So now I'm stepping in at the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, reprogramming him. I'm daddy. Negro, you gonna listen to me. When I come around, You doing it this way. I don't give a fuck if your mama kept you away from me. I ain't no coward no more. I was. Xenophobia is not going to control me. I'm not going to look at my offspring as a foreigner, as a stranger. Listen, men, I'm talking to you. I'm not going to look at my kids as a foreigner, as somebody I can't get to know. Xenophobia. It's in the title of the word. Look it up. I'm just putting it in perspective. When daddy come around, big papa come around, I don't care what they done said about me to you. You make your judgment. And I don't give a damn how mad you are with me. You gonna make your judgment. And if I'm rocking with you, you gonna do what the fuck I say. Because I know what's best. I know what that world is out there. You don't. You just going on some anger shit. I ain't gonna let you destroy yourself. All because I'm afraid to talk my shit, to put you in check, and to tell your mama, shut up, I got him now. Brother, stop being a coward. The reason why you're being a coward, that's xenophobia, stopping you from making connections with your kid. Who cares if the mama got you on child support? Who cares if they being bitchy? It ain't about them, it's about your child. Now, I ain't saying go out there and ruin your life. If the lady giving you so much hell and you just can't get in edgewise, stay the fuck back until that time is appropriate. Let's be smart about this shit. But don't just throw your fucking kid away to the street. That's xenophobia. How you gonna call yourself a man when you afraid, ain't even trying properly to get to know your child? The same woman that taught her the game taught you the game. Override that shit. I had to. I ain't making sense. I probably done got all off topic with the xenophobia. Am I on topic, everybody? Let me see those 4 words that I love to see. Am I on topic? Because you know what I like to say. Xenophobia is killing the modern man and the modern woman because it was taught to us, instilled in us by the modern man and the modern woman. They are reliving the offspring, so that means it's ingrained in their spirit. Your ancestors roll over in their grave when you are afraid to talk to them. Your ancestors roll over in their grave when you're afraid to form connections with your kids. The ancestors roll over in their grave when you're afraid to form connection with the person of the opposite sex or find love in various places, wherever. The ancestors roll over in your grave. Want me to tell you why? Because they can't come into existence. They lineage won't create and be carried on if you can't form a connection. They story get lost to time. Let's say you the only one knew that your grandfather created the cotton gin and you don't get it out there and show somebody, tell somebody, let somebody know. Now they die in obscurity. You think they're going to be gracious with your offspring over that? You think you leave a baby here, they're going to be willing to help that child achieve when you fuck them over and shit it on them? Because you was too afraid to form a connection with somebody to let their legacy live on, let their energy live on, let their idea of God in you live on. I don't make no apologies about what the fuck I'm saying today. This xenophobia shit is killing us. Fear of foreigners, strangers, the unknown, spiritually, emotionally. But we ain't got no fear in fucking. When it comes to this physical thing, we will run dick and these people, we will sit puss on these dudes and this shit. We will do what we do. But forming a connection, that's so foreign shit to us. I just want to fucking get on about the business. I don't want to know that nigga. I don't want. How many young girls I done seen, how many old heads sit up there and say, hey, I don't want nothing. I don't want to know you. Don't want to know your name. Call you. You will say your name, Phil Dorchester. Just give me a good time. I don't want to know you. And you do that shit 5-10 years. Now you ain't got nothing. Now you longing for somebody. But you done practice this xenophobia shit so long to now it's engraved in your mind and in your bones. Even when it's time to form a connection, somebody come through, God send you somebody. You can't even form a connection because guess what? Go back to mama's teaching. Go back to all these one night stands. Go back to all this not forming connection, trying to be part of somebody, just friendly fucking and all that shit there. And next thing you know, guess what? You're 90 years old with nobody, and you're hating the world, and you're gonna tell your grandkids, men ain't shit, women ain't shit, don't trust no hoe, don't believe them motherfuckers. I've been with people in the past, and transparency is everything for me, people. I've been with people in the past that my shit wouldn't even rise. I literally had to sit there and talk to these people 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour, laugh and talk, get to know them. Then your boy sprang up. Because that's when I realized I wasn't xenophobic anymore. I wasn't just operating off of this autonomous shell. I need a connection in order to operate. I go in a place in a building and I see people around. I have to talk to somebody. I have to form a connection. I have to say a joke. I have to get to know something. Or else I'm not happy and I get the fuck out your face. I get the fuck out of that situation. People, let's not let xenophobia stop us from being great spiritualists. Let's not let xenophobia stop us from being great parents, being great spouses, being great influencers, being great at everything. Let's not let xenophobia stop us from being the better version, the best version of ourselves. Celebrating our ancestors, celebrating our culture, celebrating our heritage. I'm done. How y'all like this? How y'all like this conversation, people? Did y'all know that xenophobia is such a disgusting son of a bitch of a thing that our ancestors don't even face this shit? They knew how to survive. They knew how to kick xenophobia in his ass. That's one motherfucking emotion that they had a handle on. But this modern day who got access to computers, healthcare, benefits, all this shit right here, xenophobia wiping their ass out. Motherfuckers got, I got depression. I got bipolar. I got all this other shit going on. Manic depression, ADHD. I got all this shit going. No, what you got is a strong case of xenophobia. You just can't form a connection with nobody. I got a son in now, autistic and ADHD. He knows I showed him how to form a connection. You ain't got to be afraid of nobody, son. You ain't got to be afraid to let somebody see you at your worst or at the way you look. That's their problem is they don't understand it. That's their problem is they don't get it. Motherfuckers be, oh, I'm too fat to get out there and live a life. Xenophobia. You're scared of the fear of foreign strangers, what they gonna say, so you stick with the same nigga that's sitting over there running dick up in you because you accepting the simple fact that, oh, because this is the only person that's gonna love me because something wrong with my stomach, something wrong with my ass, something wrong with my eyes, I'm missing a leg, a foot, a hand. So you'll stick getting treated like shit and stay in this motherfucking area of your life. Not looking for better, not trying to achieve better. Brothers, you're going to stay in the sense of poverty and lack and fuckboyism because you're afraid to sit up there and step out and show a woman that you can be a man, that you can be her support system, that you can be her strength. You're going to stay in this shit due to xenophobia because you can't form that connection. And before I get out of here, I'm going to leave y'all with one thing. And I'm transparent as fuck. And I want you guys to see this. And this is for the men, not for the women. Men, listen to me. I had my heart broken one time. I was about 20, 23, 24. First real heartbreak. Painful motherfucker. Painful, bitch. Painful. I can remember the day I might just start crying, but I'm not. Had my heart broke like a bitch. Loved that girl. Everything I ever wanted. Shape, smile, intelligence, everything. I grew up poor. She had money. She knew how to, took me out to dinner, showed me how to eat with forks and shit, and showed me how to order food. Loved everything about that girl. I turned out not to be what she wanted. For a while, I became the biggest hoe on the planet. Yes, indeed, boy. I had that motherfucker skint back. You know what my grandma did? My grandma pulled me aside and she said, I see all the women. I see all the women you got. I see the girls calling on your little phone and shit. I see everything you got going down. She said, but can you sit here on the couch with me? I said, yes, ma'am. I'm thinking she gonna tell me good job, my boy, my big thick nigga. I'm thinking she gonna give me some real high-end conversation, congratulating me on conquering all these women. My grandma sat me down and she said, son, I need you to do one thing for me. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, cry right quick. I said, I ain't got no tears in me to cry. She said, that little black girl you brought to my house, she broke your heart, boy. She said, you acting out of anger. And she said, this is xenophobic tendencies you're having. You can't form a connection. And she put her hand in the center of my back and she said, cry, 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 cry. And I'm like, I ain't gonna cry. By the time my grandma put her arms around me and gave me a hug, nigga, I was bawling. I was crying. If it wasn't for that, I would be a fucking whore. I would be a piece of shit of a man. But she held me and she told me, cry, get that shit out. She said, because I can't let you grow up being one of these men who treat women like shit. You are better than that, and your soul needs to go to heaven no matter what. And don't let this shit, this xenophobic fucking tendency, stop you from being great to women. Stop you from being somebody's husband and being the best man you can be. And I cried a long time. Laid on her couch for a whole day, didn't move. So what I'm trying to say, people, don't let xenophobia control you. That shit will tear you up. If you gotta get to yourself and cry, you gotta go lay on somebody's shoulder and cry and get that shit up out your ass. Do it. Because the connection is all we got, people. The connection is all we got. When they separate us, we can be taken down. When they separate love from out of our heart, we can be taken down. And I thank grandma for that. That's why I say that's the only woman that ever truly loved me, y'all. Because even at my worst, she said I was going to be a great man. And she wouldn't allow me to be a bad man. No matter what my mama taught me. So this video is dedicated to her. Because this is what she taught to me. This is how she brought it to me. All right, everybody. I am finna get out of here. I'm in my little cry zone. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Past, present, and future. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Listen to this message. If women, if you can hear me and you are a single parent in that household, change up how you're doing things. Stop telling your kids that motherfuckers need to be a certain way before they can trust and love and cherish. Make sure they're street smart, but make sure their heart is still open to receive. Make sure they learn how to form connections. Hell, how about you guys start learning how to form a connection properly? How about you defeat xenophobia? Come on now, let's get it right, people. All right, everybody. That was the end of this prayer, this speech, whatever you want to call it. I hope it resonated. This is for my grandmother, so I thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me. I love you, grandmama. You always were there. Again, you showed me love when I ain't need it. When I didn't deserve it, you was there. So thank you, grandma. People. All right. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Come to the Baron channel. Check it out. Come in the chat. See what's going on. Every video is a premiere. Come to the chat and see what's going on. Learn the people, love the people, make fun with the people. Pick out the readings. You're going to learn something from the reading. Every readings relate to you, everybody. I don't care who you is. It teaches you something. For my Patreons, second Tuesday of the week, Patreon, One Question Tarot. Come through. Spirit be locking down, boy. Sometimes y'all don't even need to book a reading. Spirit gonna help you out with that situation. Come with that insight in mind to get that one question tarot if you join the Patreon. That's for the one question is for all tiers. The teaching to which we just had a teaching, I ain't even gonna bring that bitch up because I don't think only the crazy people try to do it, and more power to you. But I will ask you for $1 once you do it. I'm just saying. Come through the second Saturday of the month and learn this type of magic that I'm teaching people, Southern folk magic, and I'm teaching you the real deal, the do's, the don'ts, the whys, and hows it should be done properly. This is grandma teaching. This is what she told me. I'm just regurgitating with a little bit of my own spice to it. So come through if you want to join the Patreon. I will be doing the one-on-the-ones. I'm gonna up the price on that because I just can't get out of the way for that right there because and after I make the ones, I finally got clear from Spirit and Grandma to make the ones. I'm gonna be selling them on my page too, but I'm gonna show you guys. It's like the government. I have to show you what I'm doing before I could try to give it to you, sell it to you, so you have the option to make your own if you want to take the steps. But I will be selling them once I start making them, and it takes a good little while to make them. So don't think it's gonna be shit of them up there. It's gonna take a while. You get probably 2 and 3 probably per year, because them bitches is not. But yeah, come through, man. I'll be sending out information on when I'll be doing that class with the ones. That will be the next one. Uh, Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say, people. I just want you guys to stay safe. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers that are. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers that will be. And happy Mother's Day to the mothers that are no longer mothers. My soul and my heart goes out to you. Happy Mother's Day, nonetheless. I'm finna let you guys go. All right, everybody. I am the Baron, telling you guys to trust the you in the universe. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Soul Tribe.